Hi guys, welcome to another commentary. This time it's another Yomama piece. As you guys may or may not know from the previous Yomama commentary, that whenever I do a Yomama piece, it's probably because I was really busy, and this was no exception. I was very busy. I had a double wedding. Two of my friends got married between 2 different days. One was on Sunday, one was on Saturday. Not in that order, obviously. And so it was just kind of interesting. I just didn't have much time to myself this weekend. I did give myself enough time to do a digital sketchbook for Monday, which there probably won't be this next Monday, a digital sketchbook. A lot of opportunities and a lot of just a lot of stuff's happening with the StevRayBro household right now, and so it just I can't do it. I will, however, there will be some kind of video Monday. It just might be a compilation of a bunch of videos I did of the Bearded Dragon. Maybe, just saying. Don't be surprised if that's what happens. But I do really want to bring back Digital Sketchbook. I was looking back at them, and they seem to be almost more popular than the Watch Me draws. They have a really good amount of, content. By the way, you may or may not have noticed that I am not really talking about the actual piece itself, but there's not really much to talk about it. Yeah. Trying to not say as much, because I noticed I actually listen to my commentary, and I do that a lot, and I'm trying to discourage myself with that. Maybe just have silence. But yeah, there's not really much to talk about this one. It's a giant head of a fat mama crushing Brody. This was the first piece I did out of the set. As you guys may know, I'm going to say may or may not way too much, so I'm going to end that now. But you guys may notice that Brody, or out of the Yomama pieces, there's 6 pieces, and I don't necessarily want to use all of them for Watch Me Draws, but I do have the kind of reserves whenever I'm super busy. It's kind of cool to be able, I already have a pre-made one, let's throw that in there as kind of a filler episode, if you will. You guys seem to really enjoy the Yomama pieces, so it's not really that bad, I guess. But it felt really, I don't know, it feels like a letdown to keep drawing the same thing over and over again, especially when I have so many people asking, oh man, can you draw this or this? Can you draw this elaborate piece? And it's just like, well, here's a Yomama that was made a couple of months ago. It just seems cheap. But yeah, with this one, it was just, I thought it'd be funny. It was inspired by my avatar at the time. You guys might remember I had a head, and, the background of it was my hair, and then just, all the pieces of my face kind of, popped out of it. My head and my beard kind of connected. It was really neat. I actually made a shirt out of it, which 3 people bought, that's kind of cool to know that a handful of people actually own a StevRayBro t-shirt. I wore it during Indie PopCon, and someone actually did recognize me through the shirt, not my face. So, yeah, it worked. I also got insulted for wearing it. Someone said, that's pretty egotistical of you, man, to wear your own shirt. And it's just well, it's for the fans. It's for someone that, doesn't know what what that person recognized me with. That makes sense. Again, I recorded this commentary once already. I'm kind of in a hectic state because I just have a lot of stuff going on, and I have a long list of things to do, and just every setback this morning has happened. I started making the short version of this video last night. I got a little tired. I was like, all right, I'll just get up early and work on this, get some fresh eyes, get some sleep. I did it this morning. I hit render. I uploaded it, and then I was about to put the annotations, and then I noticed that, there was a couple of seconds where the StevRayBro drawing character just kind of flew off frame, and then the background disappeared, and I was like, crap, no! So I was like, well, I'll just have to edit it, and then, fix that error, and then re-render it, and then as I was rendering, so it took, 10 minutes to fix that, the After Effects crashed, and then I lost a lot of work, and I was just like, well, okay, if the video comes out a little grainy, because right now it's uploading while I'm recording this one, I try to get these in batches, and if it's a little grainy, it's because I downloaded the video, because I was rendering on top of the previous one, which is a no-no, and I lost a lot. I lost the old footage that was already rendered, and then I lost the file. So it's like, oh well, I'll just download it off YouTube again, and then I cut out that section. So there is a part in here that is new footage for you. Not that it's that exciting. It's just me adding a little detail work. But yeah, so yeah, this is probably my least favorite Watch Me Draw, if only due to the experience. So, what was an interesting challenge I gave myself with this one, which isn't really that challenge. I'm trying to make it sound more complicated and fancy than it really is, but it's not. I normally, Yomama's drawn in Flash. Red Minus prefers Flash over any other program. I'm amazed about some of the techniques he uses, because like what he does in Flash, I'm just like, I'll just export it and do it in After Effects. But he knows Flash a lot better than I do, and so he's drawing the characters in Flash. So they usually have a cell shaded look, not much gradient, not much fade or values in between the two shades. It's usually just cell shaded, one color next to another. And with this being a drawn piece, I didn't want to necessarily, do cell shade it, because it doesn't always, I felt like, oh, well, since it's not moving, you might as well paint it a little bit and add a little bit more details with that type of element. And so it was my first, real time doing that with a Yomama character. Obviously, Epic Brody, the previous one to this one, did it a lot better, but, it was good experimentation here. Something interesting I found myself is that I started out with the colors not with the brightest, but with the middle ground for most of these pieces, or most of the, the hair and the shirt itself. And mostly because since that he is being engulfed by the Yomama, I felt like there was not going to be much lighting. And so there's more lighting underneath, it almost feels like a flashlight's, being put underneath him. But instead it's not. It's just, all the shadowing is being engulfed with it. So yeah, I felt like I had a story at the beginning of this commentary, and then I actually started talking about the piece, and then I lost it. But yeah, I'm sorry about doing a commentary, or not a commentary, but I'm sorry about doing another Yomama piece so soon. Originally, it was supposed to be down the line, not right off the bat multiple times. So yeah. Dead silence. What was interesting was I did record this once at 10 minutes, and I ran out of stuff to talk about really, really quick, because this really is a simple piece. So one of the things I mentioned was this is one of the few pieces of the Yomamas for their Patreon. This was for their Patreon, and this is one of the few pieces that actually has a mama in it. And I misspoke in the previous video, the short version. I put this is my favorite Yomama model. I was typing it really quickly, and I didn't realize that this wasn't the redhead mama. This is the brown hair mama. I really like the fat red hair mama. Outside of Brody, who's obviously the mascot of Yomama, I would say that the fat redhead is probably my favorite design. It's the most appealing to me, and I feel like that's the secondary mascot. But yeah, so I misspoke about that one, and the redhead mama does make an appearance in one of the pictures, one of the posters I did, but not as her actual self. You see, the guys wanted this to be more about Brody and less about the mamas, and so I was kind of discouraged to do that, which I believe I already talked about in the previous commentary. Hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, and leave a comment down below of what do you want to see me draw next week, and hopefully I'll draw that and not be another Yomama picture. Hooray! End video.